Buongiorno, ciao a tutti, benvenuti. I'm not using my AirPods right now, so let's see how the sound is. I'm on my way to the station to go to Verona. So I'm going to meet my cousin, who I haven't met. I've met his three brothers. This one I didn't meet, so he has a restaurant there. I'm going to go there for lunch. And also a little sightseeing in Verona if the weather is not too bad. It's supposed to be raining and cold. Great. I missed the light. All right, so walking to the station right now. The station is so close. And I'm going to see if I can go to Despar, the little supermarket, and grab something to eat for breakfast because I haven't eaten anything. All right, so Despar didn't have baked goods yet. They had pizza the other day. They were like focaccia. So I just went to a bar, got a focaccia barresana. Italian. I don't know what's worse, Italians in line for gelato or in line for coffee, because they will literally step on you to get in line. So I went in, walked up to the cashier. Two people walked in front of me. I was like standing right there. So I sighed loudly. My Tourette's kicked in. I remember the name of it. I have Tourette's. I can't control myself. So I left. I went and found my train. I'm platform 2 Est. So I have to walk all the way the fuck down here. So then I just went back in. The woman who stepped in front of me is still there at the counter, digging through her bag to find her credit card. She wasn't Italian though. So I got a focaccia barresana. I'm gonna eat it on the train and relax. It's about an hour and 12 minutes to Verona. Feels like it's an hour and 12 minutes to the platform. I hope the train is already sitting there so I can just get on it and relax. All right, so here's a whole other part of the station. Est. I don't know what that means. East? Smells like cigarettes. And on platform 2. All right, I just asked a nice lady smoking a cigarette there. She said that's not it. So let's see, 810 Verona Est. Oh, Verona 2 Ovest. Ah, I want Ovest. This is Est. Ah, Maron. So here's the thing, viewer. If you have to catch a train, give yourself at least 30 minutes to find it, because it's not always so obvious. Good thing I asked, and good thing I checked. I thought it said Q Est, but you know what happened? The V was missing. It was replaced by a dash. Italy, get your shit together, come on. You're an advanced country. So what this means, if that was Est, which I guess is east, Ovest is west. So it's going to be at the other end. Oh, my God. All right, so we're looking for Due Ovest. And I think this is Ovest up here. Hopefully, over to the left, we're going to find more trains, more platforms. More cigarettes. All right, Piazzale Ovest. is actually closer to where I came in. I basically just walked, here it is. I just walked the whole station from one end to the other. Got my morning exercise. There it is, Verona. Oh, Dio mio. They're checking tickets back there. I haven't seen that before. All right, now which direction? Oh, I'm gonna go upstairs. Let's see. He's facing that way. All right. It's really hot up here, but nothing like a little stress first thing in the morning. All right, so I moved down. It was too hot up there. Maybe the air conditioning will come on when the train starts. Maybe not. It's supposed to be colder and rainy in Verona. I don't have a seat rest, an armrest here. Somebody was eating pistachios. I'm going to ask some questions about Verona so I have something to forget when I come back. But I know this, Verona, obviously is famous in Romeo and Juliet. May have been Shakespeare's favorite city. There's a little balcony there that they call Juliet's balcony. I don't know if it actually has anything to do with it. Shakespeare saw it and was inspired by it, or somebody just decided to name it that to make it a tourist destination. I think you can also go inside the house, but I was told by one of the bots that's not worth it. Just go see the balcony. It's cute. All right, I got the 411 on Verona. You kids probably don't even know what 411 means. So it's a well-preserved Roman city. There's a amphitheater there. It's kind of like a mini Colosseum that they still use for operas. So the whole Juliet thing, actually I didn't ask if Shakespeare had even been there. So I'm going to ask that question. In the 1930s, interesting. It's kind of before the war. Mussolini, maybe? Another question to ask. Anyway, they designated this house. It was a 13th century house, La Casa di Giulietta, Juliet's house. And they added the balcony. The balcony was not originally there. There was a statue of Juliet in the courtyard. And then people started going and writing love letters and attaching them to the wall. Then they started with gum. So apparently the walls are covered with gum for some reason. Ew. And the stupid padlocks. So Claude initially said it's really crowded, it's cheesy, it's not worth it, but could be interesting, and you're going to pass by the entrance to it so you could peek in and see how it looks. My guess is I'm probably going to peek in and say forget it. If Dante's tomb was any indication of what potential crowds could be like. So I don't know how touristic this is. I don't know, maybe school field trips, possibly. So I arrive at 9:35. It sounds like the old town, Centro Storico, is kind of far from the station. So I'm going to grab a taxi to the Colosseum. I forget what it's called, Piazza Bra. And then walk from there to Piazza delle Erbe, I think it's called, and then find a cafe, grab a coffee, grab a taxi to Frekt, which is my cousin's restaurant. There's the plan. Let's see how much in retardo this train runs. All right, I'm back with more information if I can remember. So Shakespeare, there's no record of Shakespeare actually ever visiting Verona. He set a lot of his plays in Italy. There is one play called The Two Gentlemen of Verona, where they travel from Milan to Verona by boat, which is geographically impossible. So basically, he didn't really know about that. So he probably never visited. And then the Mussolini connection, Mussolini wasn't involved at all in the construction of the balcony, but during that period, Mussolini was kind of romanticizing Italian identity, kind of going back to, Roman's greatness. The fascist architecture kind of goes back to that period. So it kind of fit with the theme and the thinking of the time of romanticizing Italian identity and kind of trying to create this greater Italian identity. So there you have it, viewer. It's getting crowded. Nine minutes in retardo. I'm not really just sitting there. A little late, but it's okay because it is cold and raining. I just want to go eat lunch and leave, but so I'm going to see if I can get a taxi to Piazza Bra, which is the amphitheater, and then from there walk. Supposedly there are some covered walkways. Find a cafe, have a little coffee or maybe a tea even, and then just hang out until it's time to take a taxi to my cousin's restaurant. All right, so Verona. We have something of a line here. Not sure. No idea what's happening here. So this is right here. But then they're over here. And the woman that was here just walked away. Right here. All right, well, he was nice. He told me I didn't understand. He kind of pointed the way. Okay. So I asked him, there are porticos? And he said, yeah. So I think that's the way, just kind of to the center that I want to go. So here is the, what's it called? Arena? I guess you can go inside, but I don't want to. So I'm just going to take a picture. There are a lot of people here. I'm surprised. All right. So that was that. I took a selfie too. It's stupid. Look, I was here. All right, now maybe there's all these outdoor cafes set up. I don't know which street I want to walk down. Oh, there's a different kind of structure here. Let's look at this. Part of the entrance. Oh my God, look at the line to get in. It's school groups. Fun for the kids. There's something straight ahead, like a church. Could that be a Duomo? I think I might just walk down that street. But let me ask Claude which street I'm supposed to walk down. But I want to see this front here. Yeah, so, I mean, this is used for concerts and stuff. So why would you just go visit it when you can come and you can go hear opera? All right, that's pretty. So I guess it had two sets of walls, and this is what's left from the outer wall. All right, so I'm looking for Via Mazzini, and there's some covered walkways. All right, it's right here, Via Mazzini. So what did I thought with the Duomo? Look at this. Oh my God, they're so big. I have a small mouth. None of those will fit in my mouth. So there's umbrella. It's very atmospheric with the rain. Kind of romantic. So I guess Juliet's balcony really did the trick in getting people to come here. I wonder how many people come just because of that. And quote unquote Shakespeare connection. Those ponchos are handy, but they look really dorky. Can I say that? And also, really hasn't rained that much, has it, since I've been here? Have I really dealt with a lot of rain? It wasn't raining in Bologna, and it's not supposed to rain in Bologna until just this afternoon, like a couple periods of rain. So it's kind of weird. Only an hour away. All right, so it's just your average shopping street. Pretty buildings. It's cold. Maybe I should try an Italian hot chocolate. That's a thing too. But actually, I think I'm going to get a nice cup of tea. These little coffees just don't do anything for me. I mean, basically, it's just like a shot of caffeine. But I like something that I can kind of linger over. And the cappuccino is all milk, really thick. It's pretty. All right, there's a sign here, Casa di Giulietta. So I want to take a peek. It's going to be horrible in the rain because now we have people doubled by the size of their umbrellas. But it's very clearly marked. So I'll just peek into the courtyard. See how disgusting it is with all the gum on the walls. And see what kind of stupid shit people are doing. Taking pictures on the balcony or what. Yeah, I'm sure everybody has to take their picture in front of it, even though it's not even a real thing. Oh, look at all these people. All right, let's see. Looks like everything. Oh, where's the sign for Casa de Julieta? Everything is that way. But everybody, oh, there. Casa e Cortile di Julieta. And this must be the Piazza delle Erbe. Piazza of Herbs. I don't know who that is. I think the sign was pointing this way, right? I should put it in my phone. I forgot, signs here are often for cars. So that was a sign for cars. I saw this big crowd of people, look at them, going this way. And I thought, oh, maybe they're leaving. Got a lot of candy here in Verona. Why is that? All right, I'm arriving, it says. Is this it? There's a courtyard. All right, you need a ticket. So this is going to be my picture. In there, done that. Yeah, I get away from these crowds. And I don't know if there's anything else to do here. So I was trying to take a picture, and this woman, German, stood right in front of me with her umbrella. She saw me pointing my camera, and then she just stood there, right in front of me. And I said, do you mind? She didn't hear me, or she ignored me. So I moved around her. All right. It's even worse with the rain. So this is pretty. Oh, that's the building that I saw. I thought it was a church. So I guess this is kind of like a market or something. Pizza. I want to find a sheltered spot. There's one over there. And I'm going to ask Claude to find me a cafe where I'll be able to catch a taxi. I could hang out. All right, so Claude just told me, go east. I'm like, Claude, I don't have a compass on me. Tell me right or left. So he said, go right. So I have to walk back down that street again past Juliet's house. This is some power, I don't know what it is. And it just got crowded in here. And a smoker who came and joined me over there. All right, so I'm gonna go past the crowd. I won't film it because I just want to try to stay dry. And then once I get past them, it should open up a little bit, get less crowded. And I'm looking for a nice place with steamed up windows. Okay, watch this. I'm just gonna barrel through. Why is everybody just standing and blocking? Get out of the way. All right, I did it. I think that lady thought I was talking to her. But yes, you too. If you're guilty, if the shoe fits, wear it. Well, I don't see these porticos that Claude was talking about. Just more clueless tourists who are, and here's another one of my pet peeves, people who are walking forward but looking behind them. You don't do that. If your trajectory is forward, keep your eyes focused on where you're going. And I think once I get past this corner, I'm done with them. Oh, Milk Bakery. Too many people. I would like to go in there, but nope, we're going to go further. There has to be another place. Casa del Cafe. Too many people. Got to go further. FedEx. Love these little newsstands. All right. Still, I see them. Like little ducks walking behind Mama Duck. Oh, there's so many of them. So I want to get to a place where I'll then be able to order a taxi and just hop in the taxi. Oh, look. This must be a Roman ruin. Some old bricks. Oh my God, there's a whole group of them. Look, they're coming this way. Oh my God. And you know what? They'll all just stand right there and not let you pass. So I'm still too close for comfort. Ice cream. I wrote that as a church. I like the style of the windows. I don't know what style that is. It's different. I think that's probably a palazzo. There's a church there. And there's a sign for Tomba de Julieta. Do they know that she didn't really exist? Do people know that? All right, here's a cafe. But it looks like it's just bar seating. Outdoor. They have tables inside. Yeah, I think this is it. All right, so it's half of what I want. It's quiet, it's warm, and I got tea. But they didn't have any decent looking pastries. They actually had sandwiches, which is usually I'm looking for the sandwiches and not the pastries. They just had the old tired looking cornetti croissant things. Anyway, I have about an hour to kill, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to entertain myself long enough here. But I got a nice cup of tea. All right, it started getting crowded in there. And people, oh my God, people are just so rude. So it wasn't a very big space. They had like a bench seating and then a little stool on the other side of the table. So these two people came and sat down next to each other. So basically they're taking up two tables. And people keep coming in and looking to see if there are any seats, and there are no seats. Do you think they would move? No. So I did, because it was just too crowded. And I was bored. So here's the river. This is what's the name of this river? Where was I before? Adige. Alto Adige. This is the Adige River. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. There's a castle or something up there. And Claude told me there's a Roman bridge just north of where you are. I said, Claude, I don't have a compass on me. That doesn't help me. He said, fair point. You can see it on your screen because I sent a screenshot of where I was because I wanted to know in case I got bored. Where can I go next? So Claude said, walk to the Roman bridge. But then I was looking at it. It was built in 100 AD, but it was destroyed during World War II, so it was rebuilt. So what's the point? And I thought I'd be able to see it from the river. It's pretty. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it would be pretty far to walk, but this is pretty right here. Now, I was thinking maybe I would go inside that church and seek shelter, but I think it's still too touristy over there. And kind of crowded. I'm going to take a picture and then I'm going to keep walking. All right, I found a portico, so I'm just going to duck in here. And I was thinking maybe walk back to the train station. I don't know how far I am. I think I'm on the other side of it. Yeah, it's like a 37-minute walk to the train station. So I'm going to head back to that church, pop inside, and then check this taxi app. Good luck. I hope I can find a taxi. Oh boy, what a bright idea this was. Yeah, I thought it would be fun. See my cousin. I didn't know it was going to be so rainy and so crowded and cold. It's pretty. There's an old gate there. So this, that's a taxi. This church actually has an entrance. 9 to 6, 9:30 to 6. No phones. All right, let's go check it out. I don't see any entry fee. And then from here I can hopefully get a taxi. Look who's here. He stayed in Verona on 3 separate occasions during his exile from Florence. But I don't think his bones are here. I don't know who this guy is. Well, I don't know what the big deal is, but you have to pay. Single ticket, €4. 4 churches, €8. I guess I could pay for one church. Let's see. All right, so there's a lower church. I don't want to go down there. Upper church. That's like a basement or something. A crypt. I just want a place to sit down for a few minutes and look at this taxi app. Oh, all right. Wow, look at that ceiling. Okay. Pretty. It's warm. It's dry. It's not crowded. I can sit. All right, so I just tried the taxi app. It said you're outside the service area. So I took a screenshot, sent it to Claude. Claude said, oh, perfect. You have the taxi all sorted out. I said, can you read? So he said, go outside, try again. Italy. I don't know if there are taxis out here. A bunch of people blocking the entrance. All right, so I asked her to call a taxi. She showed me the number. I said I can't call from my phone. So then she said the name of the cafe, which I entered. And it still says outside of the service area. So she told me to go to Piazza Bra, which is where I started. I swear to God, this fucking country. Nothing works. So Piazza Bra is pretty far from here. And I have to walk past all these fucking tourists again. So from here now, I'm in the CTL, the limited traffic zone. So I'm not going to get a taxi here. So I have to go all the way back to Piazza Bra. Viewer, I'm sharing this with you. Just so you know, if you ever come here, here in the porticos, if you ever come here, this is what you can expect. It's things like this that make me rethink coming back. Because, yeah, it's beautiful. How many old cities do you need to see? How many old churches do you need to see? How much pasta do you need to eat? Yeah, I'd rather go to a country where things actually work. The train was 20 minutes behind by the time we arrived. It's crowded. People blowing smoke in your face. And just doing stupid shit. So anyway, I'm gonna get myself to Piazza Bra. All right, made it. I just went into the wrong place. I was like, wait a minute, he's not even here. So here's Frekt, ristorante Abruzzese. There's Arrosticini. All right, so this is Frekt. Nobody's here. Really nice menu, and it's in English. I just realized. So we got, oh my God, it all looks so good. So Chitarra, al Sugo con Polpettine, de palotte, cacio e uovo, sagne al sapore di Abruzzo. Oh my God, that looks so good. And amatriciana. You have tagliere, fried cheese here, some pecorino. So we just chatted. He's so sweet. I was looking at him. He looks like my dad. I actually got a little weepy. I told him his face looks like my father. He doesn't speak a lot of English, which is good because then I feel more comfortable speaking Italian. Lamb chops, lamb, that looks so good. Porchetta, oh my God. I want like everything. It's a nice grilled vegetable. Mix contorni. Wow, just amazing menu. All right, well, I kind of just want to get arrosticini, some arrosticini. They have this combination, 5 classic plus 3 pieces of the 28 grams, which is chunky here. Arrosticino is hand cut, selected meat, XXL size, and then liver and onion. But I think I just want to get the classic. Maybe I'll get 2 of each. All right then. And I'd love to get like grilled vegetables. This looks so good, but I'm afraid it's going to be too much. This is Frekt. This is Claudio. All right, as I was saying, Yeah, so this is it. It's great. And the menu is just unbelievable. It's all in English. I mean, I'm sure they have the Italian menu, but they have a menu in English. He was just saying the people here don't really understand their food. It's so funny. And I asked him if the lamb was from Abruzzo. He said, no, it's from Ireland. It's the best lamb. He said, Italian lamb. He went like that. I guess that means no good. It's fun. It's really fun talking to him. So after all that aggravation this morning, this is totally worth it. Salute. All right, here it is. Spaghetti alla chitarra. So beautiful. With polpettine, little meatballs. So, people will say, spaghetti and meatballs doesn't exist. But this is the original spaghetti and meatballs from Abruzzo. They're little meatballs. They take forever to make. And macaroni alla chitarra is made on a stringed instrument. It looks like a guitar. So it's kind of square. It's a homemade egg pasta. Let's try it. Oh my God, it's so good. The pasta is nice and thick. Al dente, of course. The sauce is delicious. Meatballs. Wow, they have so much flavor. What is in those meatballs? It's just the meat. Oh my God, I have to taste another meatball. Because when I make little meatballs, I use pork and beef, just like I make my big meatballs, and garlic, pecorino. But the flavor of these meatballs, so good. So I don't usually do this, but I have to because it's so good. Also, I was so hungry, I'm going to regret it. So this is called fare la scarpetta, where you take the bread and you soak up the leftover. It means little shoes, and I don't know why. This bread is also really good. But I'm sending my bowl back clean. They don't even have to wash it. Oh my God, that was so good. The wine. Fantastico. Squisito. Delizioso. I'm so embarrassed. So I started this little YouTube channel before I started Appa's Kitchen for English with Rick when I was getting ready to retire. I made a few lessons and then I retired and I was like, screw that, I'm retired. I'm not going to do this anymore. It was a lot of work. I started Appa's Kitchen, just making food videos. So he just showed me He was following my YouTube channel. He said he learned some English. And then he asked me what I'm doing next. I'm going back to the station, so he's going to drive me back, which is nice. I'm getting a little drunk here. There's a really heavy pour of wine. Oh, that spaghetti was so good. So it's starting to fill up. It's a really nice restaurant. These people who live here are so lucky. No tour groups. Okay, tourists, now here's a place where you should be coming to get some really good food. All right, beautiful. Usually they're like on the side like that. So, I don't know, he told me what was what. I think this is the classic one. And then he talked me into a liver. So, which one is liver? I don't know. Just gonna go for it. Let's try this one first. So let me show you how to eat arrosticini. You don't do it like this, or you're gonna poke yourself in the mouth. Oh my God, it's so good. I just love grilled meat. And it's perfectly cooked. A little sprinkle of salt. And I got some roasted peppers on the side. Delicious. So I think this one is a little bit bigger. So beautiful. All right, this is the liver and onion. He said it's really good. And he said if I don't like it, just put it to the side. But, you know, I'm going to be adventurous here. Maybe I'll mix some peppers with that, but let's try it. Tastes like liver. You know, it's not bad. It has that liver flavor. It's nice with the onion. It has green onion. It's a lot like yakitori. It's good actually. It has a really nice flavor. I can see the appeal. It's very tender. This is such a feast. I'm going to try another. I didn't finish the liver, but I'm going to try another one of these. I think this is the classic one. It's really small. I think think I like these better than the big ones. This is the last one. It was so good. It's really delicious. It's up there in my top 10 meals on this trip in Italy. I would spend a week in Verona and come back here every day. Delicious. American restaurateurs, I would like you to take a look at this. You see these squares up there? They're really kind of pretty. But you know what they're doing? Because look at this big cavernous space. So they're helping the acoustics. So right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables of people talking. And it's not overwhelmingly loud. This is what we need in American restaurants. I find American restaurants are so loud. And they give me some cantucci, almond. Just making the Arrosticini. Beautiful. All right, that was really fun. What a sweetheart. He wouldn't let me pay. So that means I can take the expensive train back. This place is crazy. I mean, these kids are just living on a school station. It's just mobbed, really busy. I said there are a lot of tourists. So, I'm going to look for the Frecciarossa. I was looking at the train choices. They're the inner city and regional trains, which are slow and no reserve seat. Frecciarossa, you can reserve a seat. So I'm going to do that, just so I don't have to worry about getting on and sitting down and all that. And it actually gets me back sooner than the other ones that leave before. So it's an express train. So I don't know that there's anything else that I need to tell you. Yeah, actually there are some things I need to tell you, but let me get my ticket first and get that settled, and then I'll come back and tell you about Pierpaolo, my cousin who brought us all together, because it's an important part of the story. All right, tickets booked, 2:52. I have about an hour. So let me tell you about Pierpaolo, Claudio's brother. Several years ago, I think it was around 2014, maybe 2015-ish, I got a message on Facebook. So I have been doing some genealogy work. There's a site called Italian Genealogy, and I would go there every now and then and ask questions like, my grandfather's name was Capa di Casa, but I don't know. I would just ask these questions. And there are all these like hobby genealogists, and they would answer these questions. So they helped me find like ship manifests and for my grandmother, and because I couldn't find her. She didn't come through Ellis Island. She came through Philadelphia. Anyway, so there was that record. And I had been asking about the name Capa di Casa, which was my family name before my grandfather Americanized it. So there was that. And then on Facebook, I decided at some point to add Capa di Casa to my last name. I don't know why. I also had my mother's maiden name, so I had the full Italian name plus my Americanized name. So I got a message from this guy. He said, I'm looking for the family of my aunt Anna. Anna was my grandmother. But I think we might be related, but I don't know who the Capras are. I said, well, guess what? So turned out he was my cousin. So we reconnected, and then I connected him with some of the other family, and he came with his son and his daughter-in-law, his grandchildren. They went to the East Coast, and I went there to my aunt's house for dinner and met him. Really sweet guy, super sweet. And he had done all this work. He had the whole family tree down to like the newest born baby. He knew family members that I didn't even know. And then when we came to Abruzzo in 2019, he drove down from Verona, brought us a ton of stuff, like a case of wine and cheese and all kinds of stuff. And he was our tour guide for almost a full week, him and his brother Renato. And then we met the other brother, Franco. And Franco is a fascist, like really fascist. He came in and did the, Heil salute one night when we were having a pizza party. So the only one I didn't meet was Claudio, because Claudio, I don't know if Claudio had the restaurant at that time or he was still working. He told me he just retired 2 years ago. But I was friends with all of them except Franco. I don't think I'm friends with Franco. I don't think Franco's on Facebook. Claudio's the youngest. He's 2 years younger, 2 years older than me. He's the same age as my brother. But he's actually my dad's first cousin. He's my second cousin. So anyway, I just thought it would be fun since I was close to come here. I didn't realize how far it was, but by this fast train, it's 52 minutes, so it's not that far. I thought it'd be fun to come here and meet him and go to this restaurant. So he started off selling just Arrosticini at like festivals and stuff. They would have like a booth at festivals selling Arrosticini. I forgot, I asked him how old the restaurant was, but I forget what he said. But the restaurant is not that old, like 4 or 5 years maybe. Really nice place, amazing menu. I don't know, I wanted to ask him why the menu was in English. It was a really extensive menu, and to translate all of that into English, it was a really nice menu, like really nicely done, like a book. They had so much good stuff on there. I could have just had a feast. They have fried cheese and palotte cacio e uove, the bread and cheese and egg balls in sauce, and just so much stuff. Desserts. So anyway, it was really sweet. All the aggravation of this morning just kind of made it all that worth it. All right, so I could have paid to go in the lounge. It asked me if I wanted to pay €5 extra for premium services, but I don't know what premium services do I get. A better seat? I don't know. I did. It's €5. All right, so my train is up on the board, platform 7. I know where I'm going. I have my ticket. I'm just gonna wait for that. I would actually like to get some water or something, but I think I'm just gonna end this video now. It's probably already too long. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that little family visit. It was really sweet. All right. Ciao for now. Bye.
Poi questa è la prima tornata, ma figurati, grazie a te Andrea, gentilissimo.
This is the premium service that I got.